Good evening. This is Cozy Corner Reviews. I'm Danard.
And I'm Michael. Tonight we'll be reviewing Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, the hit, and I do mean hit, movie/play written by none other than Tennessee Williams.
Great playwright.
Yeah.
Personally, I thought the movie was a hit. It was outstanding. So much sensuality, just provocative. I loved it.
Well, I mean, I watched it with my children, and I, for one, thought it was inappropriate. I thought there was too much lewd, vulgar behavior between everyone. I thought the plot was just everywhere. I mean, you couldn't tell what was happening. First, 1 minute you're over here with Maggie and Brick. They're arguing. He's telling her, I'm gay. She doesn't know. She doesn't believe him.
He doesn't directly tell her.
But you can pretty much tell. I mean, come on.
The overall of lying was just outstanding in the movie. Brick was lying to his wife, Maggie, about his sexuality. Just pure craziness.
I mean, there was also those other lies. I mean, the entire family lying to Big Mama about Big Daddy's health. I mean, you could tell the man's health was deteriorating, and it's ridiculous. I mean, terrible movie. I thought it was terrible.
Well, overall, I thought the characters just were outstanding.
Characters.
Brick as Paul Newman as Brick, just played the role excellent, and Elizabeth Taylor as Maggie was just phenomenal.
I don't know. I thought Elizabeth Taylor was she was iffy. I mean, I've seen her do better. I have seen her do better. I could give you that.
Well, what do you think of the characters' roles?
Well, I mean, they were interesting. There were roles that definitely caught the audience's interest. I mean, Brick as the gay all-star quarterback, just drunk, can't do anything for himself, who has to hide his feelings under his alcohol abuse to his entire family and to his wife. That was I'll give him that. That was a pretty gripping character plot, but I mean,
I have to agree. That was intense.
Some of the other ones were weak. I mean, you could probably agree that the sister woman, I might say, or May, her role wasn't, I mean, it wasn't deep. She was just the...
She was also one of the ugliest people I've ever seen in my entire life.
She was pretty ugly.
Alright, so as we move on, I thought the movie was very dramatic, but it fit perfectly. It fit perfectly.
The drama?
The drama. It fit perfectly.
Well, I mean, that's what the kind of movie it was, so it was a drama movie, so it would fit. I mean, the thing was, what really got me was just the overall confusion of what I was paying attention to throughout the movie. At one point I wanted to fall asleep, I got so bored. At other points I was on the edge of my seat, but with weird fear of, like, something was going to happen. I was confused, to say the least. I mean, I didn't really get into the story that much. Others might. That's how I'll leave it.
About the dialect of the movie, it was really intricate and just surprising.
It was set in a southern state, probably Georgia, I think, and it was set in the 1950s.
Well, Tennessee Williams, who wrote the original playwright, is just an outstanding writer. And
yes, he does put his...
He just has a way with words, and it's greatly displayed throughout the movie, I thought.
I mean, you can see a little touch of Tennessee here and there, but I thought the directing wasn't up to par. Like, the characters didn't click. None of them clicked.
I thought the dialect fitted perfectly with the characters, and I gave the dialect.
It was good. They all spoke very well. They sounded like they were Southern. They got the point across. Moving on.
Alright, moving on. I would like to bring up to the next topic about the homosexuality in the video. As you know, the movie was from a long time ago, about 1950s. Yeah. And homosexuality was very frowned upon back then.
I mean, they looked at you as an outsider. You were completely turned away from the entire population. You were...
Basically shunned.
You were shunned, and that was just because of your sexual views. And that was the time. And that's what I feel the movie actually did do well in. They did portray what the behavior of 1950s America family would look like in the 1950s with a homosexual member of the family. They got that point clear across, and it was great. And that was the best part of the movie, I thought. other than that, I couldn't tell you what I thought it was all terrible. Other than that, honestly, acting was awful.
That's great. But on the other side, the audience that was mainly directed towards the film during this time period was definitely young adults.
Yeah.
It was just provocative.
It was a more racy movie.
Outside of all the movies in that time.
Yeah, it went out of the boundaries. I mean, it showed more of a sexy, racy, raunchy feel more to movies, and that was because of the time period. You could tell. But yeah,
they did. Also taken into they did leave out the scene in the original play. Brick admitting he slept with Skipper, along with Maggie admitting she slept with Skipper.
So I mean,
which was a pretty intense scene.
That scene does get intense. And I mean, little kids watch it. Like I said, my kids did watch this movie, and
that was a poor choice.
It was. I have to agree with you. That was a poor choice in parenting. Honestly, as a whole, straight up, the movie, I'm gonna have to just give it 1 thumbs down. What about you?
Well, Michael, I'm going to give this movie 2 thumbs up. I thought it was great. I thought it was stupendous.
You're allowed to have your own opinion, and I respect that. But I thought the movie was terrible, and yeah, Tennessee Williams was kind of disgraced.
All right. Well, thank you for watching our review, and
yeah, thanks for stopping by at the Cozy Corner. Well, we'll catch you next week. We're gonna review Mrs. Schnee.